Autism spectrum disorder is an umbrella term for a range of conditions classified as neurodevelopmental disorders that are characterized by impairments in social interaction, communication, and restrictive and repetitive behaviors. Children with ASD differ from other children in the domains of language and communication. Specifically, children with ASD present with deficits in reading comprehension, which consists of decoding and comprehension. Despite a spared ability to decode, many children with ASD struggle with understanding the meaning of written text. Reading comprehension is suggested to fail in ASD because of a weakness in maintaining and utilizing semantic knowledge, as well as reasons related to cognitive processing styles unique to ASD. Their focus on intricate details may negatively impact understanding the perceptual whole. Additionally, understanding meanings of text usually requires putting yourself in other people's shoes, which is another challenge for individuals with ASD due to their poor theory of mind. Now, this is a problem because reading comprehension deficits tend to persist into adulthood and is critical in their ability to learn and in their academic pursuits. Furthermore, educators can totally overlook these characteristics as this group of children display normal word reading accuracy. Authors HM Bednarz, Maximo, Donna Murdaugh, Sarah O'Kelly, and RK Kana of the University of Alabama in Birmingham published a study in 2017 utilizing fMRI to unravel the evidence for altered recruitment of neural resources and specific weaknesses in top-down modulation of semantics processing in children with ASD. Participants of this study included two groups of children between the ages of 8 to 13. 13 typically developing children, or TD, and 18 ASD children who are all right-handed and native English speakers. TD children scored average, and the ASD group scored lower in the accuracy and comprehension sectors from the Gray Oral Reading Test, 4th edition, or GORT4, as well as the Slauson Oral Reading Test Revised, or SORTR, and the Verbal IQ score by the Wechsler Abbreviated Scale of Intelligence, or WASI. Now, this is how they tested the two groups of children. They administered a word comprehension task that was presented in an event-related format while they were undergoing fMRI. They were shown a set of 3 words that belonged to a specific category, then a 4th word was presented that either belonged to the same category or a different category. Participants decided whether the 4th word was similar to the first 3 by pressing a button. They found that both TD and ASD groups performed better on the similar conditions compared to the dissimilar conditions. They also found that for participants with ASD, the GORT4 comprehension score positively correlated with accuracy on word task. TD participants showed strong activations across clusters spanning the left inferior frontal gyrus, commonly referred to as Broca's area, which is involved in semantic processing and categorization, which has been found to be underactive in ASD during tasks of sentence comprehension. The LMFG, a region involved in word retrieval and shown to be activated during single word reading, sentence reading, and lexical retrieval. It's also been found to be underactive in children with reading difficulty. There was also activation in the left middle occipital gyrus, which its lack of activation has been implicated in reading dysfunction and consistently increased activation following a reading intervention. Right inferior frontal gyrus, right middle frontal gyrus, right middle occipital gyrus, left cuneus, and left precuneus were also found to be activated. Children with ASD, on the other hand, showed activation in clusters spanning the LMFG, RMFG, the left superior temporal gyrus, LMOG, right superior parietal lobule, left cuneus, and right cuneus for the same contrast. There was significantly reduced functional connectivity between the LFG and LIOG in children with ASD compared to TD. GORT comprehension scores also positively predicted connectivity between the LIFG and left thalamus, or LTHAL, among both groups and among ASD group alone. The thalamus is involved in directing visual attention and is likely controlling scanning of printed words during reading. It's suggested to be critical for the development of young children who must exert effortful control when reading. The subtle differences in neural recruitment and coordination in reading comprehension suggest an altered top-down modulation of semantic retrieval and maintenance. This is an important finding that can help model better reading interventions as well as early identification for children with ASD.